Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Subsistence. This morning, it appears that we have crafted a mass fabricator. So I guess I'm going to just put that down somewhere in here. Number 7. I'll probably just plop it down right over here. You know, nice and tucked in out of the way. So apparently, we are going to need mass. And the goal is to craft ammo, building material, and upgrade weapons. We probably should craft that electrical bench. We're going to need one of these also, but we don't have the mass. So we have the mass fabricator. We have a generator. We could craft one of these also, but we can't do both in one day because we don't have the ability to get the electric that we need, the power that we need, and the mass as well. So what we're going to do is we are going to let the base do its thing today and do some outside stuff. I did find a couple, maybe, rogues just down in this area. As you can see, their little tiny campfire right there. The currently alpha base is over here. So we're doing okay with that. I don't know that I've seen any other fires around. So those two are the only ones. The glow sticks for these are green also. So I do think that means that they are definitely not any of the base guys, like the Bravo base spawning in or anything like that. I think that means that they are the rogues. Okay, so what we're going to do today is chop a bit of wood, and then we are going to head back in the base, and we are going to do some building. I want to get started on the next part of the base, being, the part to the right of me standing currently, across the stream a bit. I do want to do that also. I want to head down to the water's edge really quick though, because if you've seen our food and water supply and all that stuff, we are desperate for carbs. We need some kelp. We need our tomatoes to grow super quickly. Unfortunately, they are not going to be too quick, but they are growing. Hopefully they'll be ready by the end of the day, but I'm not counting on it. I don't know that they will be. Would love it if they were. I'm fairly certain the rogues are just over on the other side of that rock, which is why I'm not trying to be too close to them, because I don't want to have to deal with them at all. They can come up to our base and kill us and shoot us and all that loveliness, and they would have a good chance of killing us because we don't have any armor right now. So because of that, I am not interested in dealing with them. They probably will be down next to the water as well doing some fishing, but hopefully I'll just be swimming around, not bothering them at all, and grabbing myself plenty of kelp, hopefully. That's the goal down there anyway, is just to grab as much kelp as we can find so that we're able to survive, because we're getting pretty hungry. Okay, so what we're going to do is, like I mentioned, just chop some wood and head down that direction. So let's just get on down there and see if we can find some kelp. Love to find some crates as well, but I'm not going to stress out about loot today. We're doing okay. We have stuff to build with. We just don't have a lot of wood. Wood seems to be the biggest issue for us, as well as nails. We are doing better with nails than we are with wood. So hopefully grabbing a couple pieces of wood will be exactly the push that we need to be able to get started building a tiny bit. Anyway, so there's a bear over there. There's a wolf in the middle of the stream. Well, he was in the middle of the stream. He's not in the exact center anymore, so that's okay. Hopefully he doesn't get annoyed with me. He doesn't care that I'm over here picking some plant fiber, because, we need plant fiber always. So the bear's just over there. But what I'm going to do is just jump in the water here and do a bit of a dive for kelp. Just see if we can find any. I mean, I'm not seeing very much over here in the way of kelp, but that's okay. We're going to have to grab something, because we are definitely struggling a lot with kelp and carbs and vitamins and fruits and vegetables and all that stuff. Meat isn't as big of a problem. I mean, because we can see meat very, very easily. I'm not seeing even one tiny piece of kelp over here. This is not what we had hoped for. It's just so yucky underneath the water today as well. It's just not great for swimming. Okay, kelp is not our friend today. I'm going to have to do a bit of a deeper dive here to see if we can find some kelp. One tiny piece of kelp over here. I mean, one is better than nothing. I think I do see another piece over on the shore here. Pretty close to the shore anyway. Okay, one more piece. That's 2 pieces. Probably going to burn up all of our fruits and vegetables. Just swimming around looking for kelp. I'm going to try to grab this pearl. We're going to need them anyway. And since it is like right there, on top of the water, pretty close, at the very top, I'm just going to grab it as well. There's a couple pieces of kelp down here, which is nice. I mean, it's a pretty deep dive for these 2 pieces. But we need them. We can take a tiny bit of a health hit for the kelp. Sorry, I keep calling them carbs, but it's not carbs in this game. I think it's fruits and vegetables in this game. Okay, so what are we going to do if we don't find any more? We're going to be super, super hopeful that we do find a couple more at least. Okay, so let's try to grab this pearl since we are here and we're just doing a bit of a swim and a little tiny bit of a dive without diving gear, of course, because we don't have diving gear just yet. Okay. Come on, we can do this. And still not finding any more kelp. That's not good at all. Hopefully our tomatoes will be grown by the end of the day. This will be day 3, maybe possibly 4 for those guys. So I'm very hopeful that this will be the last day for them not being grown completely. And we shouldn't, after today, we shouldn't have to worry about that as much. I am not going to grab the sandstone with the pickaxe, or sorry, with the axe, because it does damage the axe. And grabbing the pearls with the axe does not do any harm. So I just want to grab those and not the sandstone with it. You do need a pickaxe for the sandstone. Okay, so let's just get back over on the shore. Just stand here for a tiny bit and eat as much of this as we can. Especially as much of it as we need. And we're going to need it and then some. We have a couple of protein bars. I don't really want to use them, but we will if we're desperate, and we're getting pretty desperate. Let's just go around over here. That wolf is still up there hanging out. Hopefully he doesn't chase me. What I want to do go up this direction and see if we can find any rabbits or anything small. Any small game would be lovely. And hopeful, you know, I'm hopeful that we can survive it again another day. And get a fridge crafted at some point would be lovely. And be able to sustain it would be even better. We need solar panels and a wind turbine for that. I think someone mentioned that the CP, what is it called? Darn it. The BCU, I was about to say CPU. BCU will sustain the fridge all on its own, but it won't be enough to sustain anything else or to run anything else. That it'll just, you know, take up most of the power doing that, and that's fine with me. We do need a bit of meat, and I am not finding any rabbits or anything along those lines yet. I've not seen any. That bear's just up there showing how tall he is, you know. It's like, hey, look at me. Look how tall I've grown. So, good job, bear. Keep up the good work. Just don't be growing on me. Prefer if you didn't have me for dinner. I'm just going to grab the 6-log tree here as well. Our base is just right over there. So that'll be lovely, being able to get some food. I mean, yeah, the worm is also protein, but being able to get some wood is what I was going with there. Okay, so we are going to get over here and start building a tiny bit. A crate over there. Don't lure me away from my work here. Stuff. Probably a fern. Wouldn't be surprised. Fairly certain it was just the leaf off this silly, silly fern. As you guys that have been around the channel know, the ferns are my arch nemesis. I cannot stand them. Okay, so our tomatoes are looking better. Just have a little peek. We have one cotton plant back there. It's not grown. I do suspect that the tomatoes will be grown by the end of the day. That'll be lovely. Okay, so what we've got going on in here is we are going to grab some planks. Okay, let's just put this stuff away. You can go in there. What else goes in there? Nothing. All of you guys. Wood I'm going to turn into planks if necessary. I need some rope. Let's just get that going as well. I should have already had that crafted. Be enough to do what I need to do with it. And what I'm hopeful to do here, guys, is I need to lower this down a bit so that it'll be close to the water. It's what I'm looking for, honestly, for it to be a bit closer to the water's edge here. And then I'm okay with a step down in the base, like just maybe a half step or a full step down. I'm okay with that as well. So I might end up having to build some type of steps first. Or just move these guys over. That would be okay as well. Move these over to the other side. Just to give me an idea about where they need to be, where the foundation needs to be. So let's just grab these guys and go over here. See if we can get them to snap. Like right there. That will let me know that my foundation needs to go to the bottom of these. That'll be like a full step down, and I think that'll be close enough to the water to look okay. And if I need to move this stuff around, because I don't think that if we keep going that direction with it, I don't think the fence will allow us to go too far with that. Might be a bit too close to the fence as well. Again, all this stuff, every piece is movable, guys. It's not that big of a deal. If I need to, I will move down one foundation from the, move these back to the front. And then this will actually be the back of the base here, which should be fine as well. Hopefully that would be fine. But I want to build across this water. I don't really want it to be anything other than a potential greenhouse. So that's going to be a great big greenhouse, honestly. That's what I'm hopeful for, being able to build across that. Okay. So what are we going to do? Like, how are we going to get in the base at the moment? That does not work. Maybe if I was a bit more talented, that would be okay. Can I move this foundation over there? Because I could start crafting some foundations now, since the cordage is completed. Okay, let's just craft one. Foundation. Craft a couple. My tomatoes are doing great. Very, very pleased by that. They're doing very well. They're still growing. They should be grown today. I'm going to have to kill a wolf probably to get a steak or to get something beneficial to eat. Because unfortunately what we have is nothing, and that's just not going to help us. Okay, so let's do, can I snap you guys? I'm not going to snap to that. I think our boards are going across, so darn it. I am struggling today, guys. Remember, okay, that. I will put a foundation underneath this just to make it look better at some point. I just won't be doing it today because I really need the wood here. But what I'm going to have to do is put a foundation under there so that I can put a half wall up and close all this in. So that might be something I have to do. Number 7. I put it like that. Then I can build a half wall, I think, in place there as well. And I might not need a full stairs here, maybe a half. Sorry, the thinner ones, aren't there some thinner steps here? I might be wrong. I might be thinking about a different game. No, these wooden foundation stairs half. That might look better there than the full ones because I would just like to have a tiny bit of a step there. But let's build a half wall for now. Let's just see how that works out. We are going to have to hunt something. Definitely going to have to hunt something. I keep thinking I hear a chicken. Okay, there is a deer over there, but that's definitely not going to work. Hey there. How are you? Okay, let's just get... Oh, dear. Oh, no. Really hopeful that I can get up here without taking any damage. Okay. Let's try that again. I know this is the cheesiest way ever to kill anything. But when you're starving, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive it. Don't run too far away. How about we not do that? Come on, be fatty and have lots of meat and livers and steaks and cloth and all of the good stuff that we desperately need. How about you just have all of it? Okay, 1 liver. So that's not going to be enough, I don't think. If our fire goes out, I did forget to fill it again, but if it goes out, then we have matches and things in the campfire already. And I have fuel bricks, and I also have stuff to craft more fuel bricks with as needed. I wonder if I could just find another really, really close by wolf. Because that would be beneficial. Very, very beneficial. Okay. I hear them. I don't like it. But I hear them. Probably was the rogues, hopefully, or potentially the alpha base. Quite sure. We did take some health hits there. At least one. We were dinged a bit, but that's okay. We'll manage. So what I want to do is wash my hands over here. And spritz them off anyway. Then we're going to move our steps back over here. Okay, let's move those. And we're going to move them because I need to get this steak cooked. I'm desperate for food. I'm desperately needing it. Come on. Snap in place. Come on. Just like so. Then we're going to put you in there. We're going to get this fuel brick, and hopefully it doesn't go out before I get it in there. It didn't. That was lovely. And we're going to drop the fat in there. It goes in here. If you're not aware, you add fat there, and it reduces down to biofuel. So I'm going to cook this liver, and then we are going to continue doing some more work. I need another couple of foundations. Drink some water as well. You're going to have a couple of tomatoes very, very soon. Or right now. I'm going to take the cotton Then I'm going to plant more tomatoes here. So I want to extract 3 seeds, and I'm going to eat 1 tomato. But I do want to make sure that we always have enough of these guys to plant. So 1 tomato is not going to be a ton, but it is going to be better than nothing right now. This liver is medium. We don't want to eat medium food because we'll get poisoned by that. So I'm going to have to wait until it's cooked like now. It'll say cooked up here. And I'm just going to eat it right out of the fire. And that is not a lot of meat, but it did give us quite a few protein. So that will help a bit. It won't be exactly everything that we do need, but it will help quite a bit. So the gist of this, sorry about that. The gist of this is we need to have a half wall here and then a full wall on top. And that will level it out a bit for what we're trying to do here. And if we decide we don't want it to be level all the way across here, having the step down in the roof is not that big of a deal to me. I really enjoy different things, like different stuff. So having that is not a problem. Something else we want to do is number 6. I think I am just going to move these to the front. So I think we'll be moving the others as well. Okay, let's do that and rotate you a bit. That direction, I think. Then let's do that again over here, which means this one will be moved at some point if we decide to go that route with it. Number 6 again. We're getting a pretty good storm outside our house in real life as well. And let's see if we can get a set of half stairs crafted. So I am going to be moving this wall here. And I'm going to see if I can get it without going away. See if I can get it over here. Like right here. And let's rotate it with number 4. Get it placed there. Then this one will be moved. And I want a doorway, but I don't want a door in it, but I might have to put a door in it for now. Yeah, this is definitely going to have to maybe even go one further. Might be way too far up here. Because as you can see back here, by the time we get over to that side, even with this piece being back here and not putting them over there, by the time we get over to the other side of the water, we're going to be right into that fence post right there, which won't be good because I wanted to build another sort of tower type thing on that side. Okay, so yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. We're just going to move everything another block down, and I think that'll benefit us the most if we do that. That means this full wall won't need to be here. Really don't need to be where it is, but I don't have a way to get over here right now, and I can't get back up. So what I'm going to have to do is build a set of these half stairs, and I don't have enough planks or enough cordage, and I don't have any cordage, as a matter of fact. But what we're going to do is get in here and get some cordage, or get some stuff to build or craft some cordage, because we need it. I probably will craft like mass craft some cordage overnight, like 10 or 15 pieces. I know that's not mass, but it's mass for what the amount of resources we have are. So I probably will need to do that overnight. I also need to craft at least one more plank to be able to craft that. Don't need the sticks. Let me just hang on to those. I'll put you guys away. The cloth, the cotton. We don't have any cotton right now. This is our first 3 pieces. Very excited about cotton. So let's just, those half stairs. We can move all this stuff, guys. It's the best thing about this game. You don't lose any resources by moving things around. There's no loss of anything like that. So if you build something and you don't like it, move it somewhere else. As long as it's not 10 blocks away, I think it's 10 blocks, you can move it 10 blocks at a time. It's not that big of a deal. So number 7, that will take up that much room. And I think that'll look better here. But this game doesn't have a ramp, does it? Like, just a ramp. So let's just look in here and see if there's just a ramp piece. Because I have not seen one, but that doesn't mean anything. There might be more building pieces. So something like this. I know that's a glass wall, but I'm looking for a ramp that's not nearly that steep, of course. Don't know if this game has one or not. If it doesn't, that's okay. Not a big deal. But if it does, that would be lovely, and that's what I would put here in this area. I know that a lot of this is not making sense, guys, and I do apologize for that. This half wall, we could place it. This storm outside my house right now, guys, is ridiculous. Like, it's way worse than any storm in this game has been so far. It's horrible. We might lose power. Who knows? So something like that. I know that this step here is not taking up the entire area. And we could potentially... No, we cannot potentially. I was going to say we could potentially fall down in there and get stuck. That doesn't seem to be the possibility there. And then if we fall over here, it's fine because it's not that big of a deal. I think we'll be okay with what we have there. Okay, so overnight, what am I going to do? Because it is starting to get dark, unless it's just the weather here. Maybe a tiny bit. So what I'm going to do overnight, since we have some rogues afoot, I might move some of this stuff forward by at least 1 block, maybe 2 blocks. The BCU, I'm just going to leave it back here. I think we can leave it attached to nothing. I think we can move the wall and just leave the BCU. I know we can't move the BCU, but I don't want to build a new one right now. So we might have to just leave it there and we can destroy it at some point. I think we can move this wall. Let's just try it. And I think it'll just hang out right there. But what I plan on doing today and overnight is moving some of these walls forward at least 1 block for now. So what I might end up doing is moving it 2 blocks, and that way we don't have any issue at all when we get over there. We're just going in the wrong angle. That's the issue. But yeah, our BCU will hang out back there. I think it'll just be floating in midair. I know it won't look good in the very beginning, but that is okay for me. So if we take 1 more tomato and we extract a seed from one and we plant it in here, we keep it fertilized, we should be okay. I might need to do another plant bed, not right now, but eventually, with more tomatoes in it. So if we do that, I really wish we could rotate this entire thing a bit. We could. That way we wouldn't be so far away from the fence back here, which is what I'm really hopeful for, to stay kind of close to the fence. But anyway, guys, I'm going to work on this base. I know we have a jumbled mess right now. It might take me a day or so to get it sorted. Maybe when we come back, it won't be the very next day. It might be a day or so. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and end this episode here, guys. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate all of your support on this channel and on this series as well. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you're looking forward to future episodes, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next one. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful